Here's 5 mistakes that I definitely made in my 30s. Number 1, I worried far too much about what other people thought of me. The truth, as I found out, was most people are too busy worrying about themselves. Number 2, I often said yes when I desperately wanted to say no. My yes to everyone else was often a no to myself. Number 3, I put everyone else's needs before my own. Now remember, thinking about yourself, looking about yourself, it isn't selfish. It's what allows you to keep looking after those you love. Number 4, I believed I had plenty of time. I kept putting things off. Holidays, dreams, memories. Time moves far faster than you realise. Number 5, I was far too hard on myself than I ever needed to be. I often concentrated on my flaws and rather than celebrating how far I'd come. So if you're in your 30s at the moment, hear this from someone who's already walked that path. Don't wait until you're 70 to give yourself permission to live the life that you should be living. Start today. Let me know what you think in the comments.
It took me 50 years to know this for sure. So come here a minute and let this old woman tell you something. The older I get, the more I realize that you can tell a whole lot about a person by the choices they make. The women who, well, not the women, the woman who has done her healing doesn't have to fight over every little thing. She protects her peace. The woman who finally knows her worth quits explaining herself to people who are determined to misunderstand her in the first place. She sets boundaries. The woman who has learned to love herself stops accepting whatever is offered. She has standards. The woman who is building the life she prayed for quits waiting for the perfect time. She takes the next steps. Trembling and shaking, she takes the next step. And the woman who carries a quiet kind of power no longer chases people, opportunities, or approval. What belongs to her, she has learned is hers. She doesn't have to do anything. Now listen to me. If you're tired all the time, it may not be because you're carrying too much. It may be because you're carrying things that were never yours to carry in the first place. I did that. Some of your greatest healing will come not from holding on tighter, but from learning what is time to lay down. And that's what age has taught me, when it's time to lay something down. So click on the link in my bio and grab that meditation over there to go further on your steps to where you're trying to get to. Look, I love you. Yeah, I do.
Life has a funny way of teaching you lessons after you've already paid full price for them. When we're younger, we think the goal is to make everybody happy. Family, friends, coworkers, even that one person who replies with a thumbs up emoji like they're doing you a favor. Then age shows up and says, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. One of the greatest lessons women learn isn't how to fight harder. It's knowing what isn't worth fighting for. Peace starts looking a whole lot more attractive than proving a point. And isn't it funny? The older you get, the shorter your argument becomes. Can you explain? No.
I have made so many mistakes in 64 years. I just hope that I can save you from making a few of them. Stop watering dead plants. Some people aren't growing with you anymore. No matter how much love, time, or effort you pour into them, they're never going to become who you keep hoping they'll be. Peace is so much more valuable than being right. Not every argument deserves your energy. Some people would rather win the fight then keep the relationship. Let them. The first time someone shows you who they are, it is a lesson. But that second time, it's a choice. Your body is keeping score of the stress that your mouth keeps saying you're fine about. Listen to it before it forces you to, because it will as you get older. Stop waiting for life to calm down before you start living it. Life doesn't calm down. You just get better at living in the middle of it. If you keep abandoning yourself to keep someone else, you will lose both. Some apologies are just like a reset button for the next bad behavior. Watch what changes, not what gets promised. Love deeply, but not blindly. You can have a soft heart and sharp boundaries. Some doors don't open because they're not your door. Stop standing there knocking. Your life is waiting somewhere else, not behind that door. Don't wait for perfect timing. It's already late. You can outgrow people without hating them. Let it be gentle. Don't wait 64 years to learn what I just told you. You can't rewind, babe. But you can make today the day things start changing.
Some lessons cost me years of my life to learn. Years of trying to please people, years of doubting myself, years of holding on to things that should have been let go. These are 7 lessons I learned the hard way. Number 1, everyone that enters your life is not meant to stay. Some people are blessings, some people are lessons, and some people are just passing through. Number 2, protecting your peace is not selfish. You do not have to explain your boundaries. You do not have to sacrifice yourself to keep everyone else comfortable. Number 3, stop chasing love from people who are unwilling to give it. The right people would never require you to abandon yourself to earn their love. Number 4, life moves faster than you think. One day you're worried about fitting in, and the next you're wondering about where all the years went. Number 5, most things that keep you awake at night today won't matter 5 years from now. The opinions, the drama, the need to please everyone. Let it go. Number 6, take care of yourself. Not when life slows down. Not when everyone else's needs are met. Your health, your happiness, your dreams matter too. Number 7, peace is more valuable than being right. The older I get, the more I realize that keeping my peace has brought me far more happiness than winning an argument ever could. If I could tell my younger self one thing, you don't have to have everything figured out. Just keep growing, keep learning, keep choosing yourself. You'll be okay. Be blessed.
After 47 years of being on this earth, here are a few things life has taught me. Now I'm gonna teach you. If you share good news with somebody and their response is, must be nice, I promise you that person has secretly hated you this entire time, and they have also been in competition with you. Cut them off immediately. Being crazy is sometimes necessary. You have to let people know to stop playing with the new you, like the old you ain't in you. Do the thing. You know that thing you've been putting off because you so busy worrying about what everybody else gonna think and what everybody else gonna say? Who gives a shit? Do the thing. You are responsible for your own happiness. If you give someone else the ability to control your happiness, I promise you they're gonna fumble the bag every single time. Don't over-explain a goddamn thing. If you said no, that's your answer. No is a complete sentence. It does not require an explanation. Start making people earn the right to take up space in your life. Baby, my space is expensive and exclusive, and not everybody can afford it. which means not everybody gets access to me. If somebody wants to leave your life, hold the door open for them. Don't cry, don't beg, let them leave. Nobody is coming to save you. I don't know who you're looking for. It is up to you to save yourself. Do not put your healing in the hands of anybody else. Lastly, this one is my favorite. Become self-centered. Be so self-centered that the shit that people say about you literally becomes white noise because you do not give a fuck. You remain so focused on yourself that you could care less what other people say, think, or feel about you. Become self-centered.
That's the whole explanation. Another lesson? Stop auditioning for a role in someone else's life. If people have to be convinced to value you, congratulations, you've just applied for a job you never wanted. Here's the truth. The people who belong in your life don't make you earn basic respect. They simply make room for you. And maybe the biggest surprise of all, confidence doesn't arrive because life gets easier. It arrives because you finally stop asking permission to be yourself. So wear the outfit, start the project, book the trip, say no without writing a 5-page essay about it.
Women over 50, here's what 58 years of living has taught me. The people who truly love you never make you audition for a place in their lives. I wish I'd learned that decades ago. Because when I was younger, I spent so much time trying to prove that I was enough. Enough for friendships, enough for relationships, enough for jobs, enough for people who always seemed to move the finish line. No matter how much I gave, I never felt like I was enough. Have you ever felt that way? Then one day I looked around at the people who had stayed in my life. And do you know what they all had in common? They never asked me to become someone else. They didn't love me because I was perfect. They loved me because I was real. And that realization changed how I see every relationship. So now if I constantly feel like I have to convince someone to value me, I stop trying. Not because I become cold, but because I become wise. Healthy relationships don't require endless performances. Healthy friendships don't keep score. Healthy love doesn't disappear the first time you say no. And that is one of the greatest quiet gifts of getting older. You stop confusing attention with acceptance. You stop chasing people who only appreciate you when you're useful. And you start protecting the relationships that bring peace instead of pressure. So can I leave you with one thought? Never beg for a seat at the table where your presence has to be constantly justified. The people meant for your life won't make you earn the right to belong, and they'll just simply be glad that you're there. And maybe that's one of the greatest lessons of life that teaches us after 50.
Here's something nobody tells you about getting older. You stop chasing people. Not because you've given up, but because you've finally learned your value. You know, when you were younger, you spent so much energy trying to convince people to like you, to include us, to understand us. But as the years go by, something changes. You realize that peace is more valuable than proving yourself. You stop forcing conversations. You stop explaining your worth. And you stop running after people who aren't willing to walk beside you. That's not becoming cold. That's becoming wise. Some people will misunderstand that, but the people who matter will understand exactly why you've changed. What are some of the things that you've changed as you've gotten older? Leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them.
I'm 38 years old, and these are the things that I wish somebody told me sooner or that I learned sooner in life with little to no explanation. Not everyone deserves access to your life. Be comfortable enough to say no without having to explain yourself. Comparison to others is the fastest way to steal your joy. Most things that you're stressing about today will not matter 5 years from now. God can do more things with your surrender than He can do with your control. The right people will make you beg for love, respect, or consistency. Do it afraid. I'm going to repeat that again. Do it afraid. Don't ignore red flags hoping someone will change. Forgiveness frees you more than the other person. And life moves way faster than you think. Take the pictures, celebrate the moment, and learn to live in all the moments and appreciate life.
Life lessons that would have saved me actual years off of my life. Number one is being confrontational is so overrated. I used to be so confrontational, but what I've learned is that people for the most part know what they're doing. They're making a decision to treat you a certain way, so just take that as what it is. It's information about that person's character, so just reclassify where they stand in your life and move on. Number two, and I used to do this all the time, you do not need a board of directors for every big decision you make. You don't need to poll your friends, your family, the stranger on the street. You need to get really still, really quiet, and listen to your own voice, or you're going to be making a decision for someone else and not yourself. Number three, I'm sure you've heard before, but I'm going to reiterate it because it is so true. If you are not sure whether or not he's into you, he's not. Number four, that goes for friendships too. If you're always extending the invitation, if you're always the one being there for the other person and they're never there for you, reevaluate that friendship. Number five, which I think is the most important one, is always put yourself first. Being a martyr for your husband, being a martyr for your kids is not selfless, it's a loss of self.
One of the most powerful things that I've learned in my 40s is you can deeply love something, someone, or a chapter of your life and walk away from it because you know you were not meant to stay. One of the most powerful things.
I'm 54, and if you're younger than me, I hope you've already learned this. Stop paying attention to how your life looks to other people and start paying attention to how your life feels to you. That is the whole thing. Because at the end of the day, the only person living your life is you. So don't accept things that you know don't actually sit right with you. And don't make yourself smaller for anyone. Really watch your thoughts, like really pay attention to them. Because right now is a direct reflection of what you were thinking about, say, 5 years ago. So look around. Everything in your life started as a thought. So you want to protect them and also protect your peace. Don't let anyone else matter to you more than you matter to yourself. I know that sounds harsh and selfish. Your family might push back, your spouse might disagree, your kids might have some feelings about it, but you are the only person who's going to advocate for you every single day. So you want to make choices that actually reflect who you are and who you want to become. And then when you're faced with a decision that doesn't match that, you can make the decision to stay true to you, and I promise you will be so much happier.
If I've learned anything, it's that relationships should not be that difficult. If when you're with someone, you don't feel your best self, then maybe you should question why. Live each day as if it were your last, because one day it will be. Pouring into your own cup is almost as important as any other responsibility that you have in your lifetime, because by taking care of yourself, you make your life that much sweeter. So take those minutes for you. You're worth it. If I could tell my 20-year-old self something, it would be, don't be scared. Do it anyway, because people are going to talk regardless. Everyone, absolutely everyone, is born with a divine calling, and it's our job throughout life to discover it. Not everyone has their best intentions towards you. Friends come and go throughout your lifetime. Some teach you a lesson and the other ones stay for the journey. Choose your friends wisely. If you want it bad enough, there's no excuse in the book that will keep you away from your goals. One of my favorite is when an idea is put in your head, it's there for a reason. Ideas are put in our head at the right time, and it's because we are able to achieve it. Lastly, you can create the life that you want for yourself. With dedication and with perseverance, taking it one day at a time, you can achieve exactly what you want for yourself. I hope that this inspires you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but this just might be for you. Because at one point, it was for me too. Invest in yourself. I get it. We usually don't have time and we're pouring into every other person rather than ourselves. The minute I started investing in me, I just became a lot happier. I became a lot more like, oh, you're pretty dope and you're worth this investment. So if it's skincare, go get it. It doesn't have to be hella expensive. And if it's going back in the gym, do it. And if you can't afford the gym, take a walk around the neighborhood. Whatever you do, rediscover you and pour back into the person that you are today and invest in the version of you that you'd like to be tomorrow, because you deserve a better outcome than what you were given, than what you experienced, than what you had to go through. So invest in you. It's worth it, I promise.
I'm turning 40 on Monday and I'm entering my wise old lady era. So here are a few things I wish I knew when I was 20. This is so cliche, but you need to know who you are and love who you are before you try to get into a relationship. There's a reason that people say love yourself first. If you are trying to become the person that you think somebody wants you to be, that's not love. That's performance, and that's a terrible foundation for a relationship. Now let's talk about timelines. I've heard so many people over the years talk about how they're behind in life. They wanted to have a baby by this age, or they wanted this career title by that age. There's no universal checklist that we all have to do things by a certain date. Just live your life, okay? Stop stressing, live your life, give yourself grace. It's all gonna be okay. Moving on to something a little bit more tactical, please start saving now. Put like $5 away every week, every month, whatever you can afford. It doesn't really matter. Just get started if you haven't already. Open up a high yield savings account. Start investing in the stock market. If you have a 401k at work, start taking advantage of it. Future you will be so happy when you have a little money in the bank for a rainy day. Something I also learned in my late 20s to early 30s is that not every friendship and not every relationship you have is meant to last forever. And it's really sad and it sucks when things dissolve, but you just start to realize that some people, they're meant to come into your life for a short time, not a long time, and that's okay. Try to stick with people who enrich your life, who don't stress you out. If any relationship, romantic, platonic, even someone in your family, is causing you more harm than good or causing you more stress than joy, you need to either cut them out or just set some serious boundaries. And stop caring so much about what people think, because nobody's thinking about you the way you are. So wear the outfit, dance in public, be silly, be cringe. Like, nobody cares the way that you care. And if it brings you joy, you should just do it. And finally, go live your life. Like, travel, experience things, keep an open mind, keep an open heart, learn new languages, try new foods, like meet new people. Just be as open as you can and experience as much as you can. I can't tell you how many times I ended up in a place or I met someone that like has completely changed my life, or even like tried a new food that I was scared to try that like ended up being my favorite. Like, that's what life is all about, right? Like, put yourself out there, be open, don't be afraid to make mistakes because everybody makes them, and just, try to find the joy. Focus on the joy, focus on what makes you feel good. Okay, go forth and prosper. Love you guys. Bye.
Life is real funny this way, because I promise you the same advice that I disregarded when I was younger have become my daily practices now that I'm older. For instance, I was often told to drink my water, eat my fiber, right? I wasn't trying to hear that as a child, but guess what? I drink my water daily because my skin needs it, and I eat my fiber daily because my gut health needs it even more. I was also advised not to wear those heels every day because my back and my knees will not appreciate it in the long run. Well, now, guess who trades out those heels from time to time for a supportive pair of flats and some cute sneakers? I do, because my back and my knees appreciate it a lot more. And you know what else I didn't pay attention to then, but I do now? I used to be told, you're not going to want to always hang out starting at 11 o'clock at night, because I would start going somewhere at 11, right? Child, you can't find me starting somewhere at 11 p.m. If anything, I'm wrapping it up and I'm back home by 11 p.m. And do not get me wrong, I love getting older, okay? But baby, I wish I knew then what I know now. And all we can do as the older millennials or the Gen X, whichever one they're calling us, is to pass on what we know to the next. Stay healthy, be well, and take care of you.
If you're 30 years old and you want to know what you're going to learn these next 20, 30 years, let me help you. You're still going to be kind. You're still going to be thoughtful. You're still going to be respectful, but you're going to be less giving. You're going to be less trusting. You're going to be more compassionate, and you're going to gossip a whole lot less. You're going to prefer and choose your own company over someone else's. You're going to prioritize your schedule and your needs with that schedule. And you're going to make sure that others remember that you finally understand that you love yourself. You finally know that you are worthy, and you finally have figured out that you matter. This is what matters the next 20, 30 years. Because at 30, you've been in survival mode. You have tried to overcome hurdles and obstacles, and that's normal. That's what 20-year-olds are all about. That's what your 20s are about.
One of the biggest lessons I've learned since turning 30, I'm going to share here with you. So come and gather. Let's circle around. Yeah, leave people where they're acting weird at. Leave people exactly where they are acting weird at. It's not up to you to solve that. Yeah, no, because you're evolving, you're growing. And the thing is, if you don't want to be a part of my journey, friend, it's okay. I'm going to leave you right here. The buck stops here, right? I can't have you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, trying to figure out, should I be her friend? I see she's doing a lot. I really don't want to support her in this era, but like, still want to know what's going on? No. Let me leave you here, friend. Let me leave you with this. The moment I remove myself from the equation, I'm no longer part of the problem. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you right here and keep moving. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to send you grace and love. But that's it. Leave people where they are acting weird. Okay? I love you.
Because one day you'll realize something. Growing older isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming lighter, less guilt, less people-pleasing, less carrying problems that were never yours. And somehow, with less baggage, you finally become more you. Now that's a lesson worth learning before life has to teach it twice.